Oh, there it is.
Oh shit, my bad. Wrong one, guys.
Okay. Damn,
Yo, what
9161
up?
Masa.
And welcome to another episode of Straight from the Stands, an unapologetic, unofficial LA Galaxy podcast, hosted by four Foulmouth supporters who bring you their thoughts and views on everything related to LA Galaxy, straight from the stands. I am your co-host Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart level-headed George, and the man with the facts, Masa. This is Straight from the Stands.
I'm sad right now.
Yo, what up? What up?
I am the king of dragons.
I don't know.
Nah?
No.
If anyone knew how to control dragons, it'd be me.
No, hell no. Hell no. You need soft hands to control a dragon, dog. So you know what I mean? You don't want to fuck up the scales, dog. You know what I mean? So you gotta...
You gonna fuck up a dragon's back. You better chill.
Yo, what up, man? How you guys doing?
What up, y'all?
How you guys doing? Angel's a little sick, so he might not be talking, in the beginning. So say you want wishes for him?
This might be the fastest episode ever because we don't have 8-hour Angel on the shit.
How you guys doing today?
Pretty good. I had an eventful ass day. Pretty crazy.
Yeah. Well, come on.
At my new offices. Quick story. We have to do parking meter, pay meter. So I got a ticket going into lunch, and I'm like, oh fuck. All right, cool. Then I park it on the street where we don't have to pay. I come out of work, my car's towed.
Shut the fuck up, for real?
Oh man, it's a good day though.
What the fuck? Why was it towed? What you do?
I got out of the office like at 5:30, and the last time that you could park there is at 4. I didn't know that.
Oh. Yo, your job is costing you money though.
They're gonna pay for it.
Oh, all right, for sure.
What up, y'all?
What up with you, my son?
Positivity.
I was sick the whole weekend. I'm still kind of sick, but why not?
That's the excuse for not showing up to a game?
Yeah.
Trash ass fool. Well, the game was dope.
Yeah, I know. I saw on TV.
Victory. So we got the news for Giancarlo's last week. Well, I didn't really want to get into it at the tailgate because I tried to get that one short. But let's get into it now. We got Giancarlo Gonzalez. You got people.
People.
But now we got a situation though.
People te mete la pipa.
I read a good question prior to the game. We're not gonna get into it, but get into the logistics of the game. But if Daniel Steres would have scored, what would have happened?
Well, I mean, listen,
it's still up in the air. You get me?
Yeah,
but if he would have scored,
but even more so, I think another shout out. Yeah, another victory. Shout out.
Shut out.
Another shout out.
Shout out.
Shut out. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and now we got a new defender, who's coming in to be a starter, right? Or at least that's what we're all presuming, that he's coming in to be a starter. What do we do? Like that, I tweeted out and I said like that's a good situation to be in. We have 4 solid ass center backs fighting for first 2 starting positions. But where do we go now? Like, what's the move?
Listen, whatever move I think comes has to come from practice. But as of now, if you're GPS, do you give the benefit of your doubt to your defender who's been producing, or to the defender that you wanted to bring in? Because GBS has been after him.
Yep. That's the situation, right? He wants that man. He wanted that man. He got that man. And what do you do with Steres? Because Steres Steres deserves a starting. Bench him. Huh?
Listen, what I don't want is for us to start putting players in positions that they're really not.
Yeah, right. Goes to what Manny's saying.
Like
Manny
going back.
Manny said Manny Polenta left back. I'm like, no.
Yeah, no. I want everyone to play their actual position. Because Jurgen, as a center back, wasn't cutting it. Now that he's a left back, we see what's been happening.
Yeah.
He's had one bad game. I think one bad game, and we could rule that because of the turf.
Yeah. Whatever. I mean, night and day from last season to this season, right? Like he's definitely been stepping up. He's legit. So I don't know, like that one right there. Like I've thought about it all day today, trying to come up with Some clever say, but that one's stuck. I'm stuck. Right? I'm stuck. He get if Giancarlo gets a start, that's also a lot of pressure on him,
Yeah.
right? Because the defense is clicking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The defense is
But
really
what is
clicking.
but what does that do to a player like Stairs? Like mindset.
Yeah, right.
They work harder, bro.
No, not only that, no, but
What?
the one thing we've been talking about is Steris has a fragile mindset, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, he's not showing that this year though.
Oh, 5 games
Because
in.
because he's been playing well. I don't know.
Yeah,
I have read the thoughts of trading him since his value is high. I
yeah.
don't think his value's that high still. I
I
think for Galaxy fans, the value is high just because we've seen him be really bad, and right now he's producing to what we thought he should be.
I
Because
actually
He's doing
I
better
just
I
than I thought. I think he's doing better than I thought he would.
I disagree with you guys though. Like I think 5 games he's been solid as fuck. He's an American center back. His wages are not stupid high. Like all that is money for a lot of teams, right? All that is money for a lot of teams who don't spend big and you get potentially for not a lot of money, right? I mean, whatever is 700K maybe, 700K and 2020 international spot or something like that.
we're known to producing defenders and then them getting their paydays.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
We
for
got
sure.
Gonzalez, AJ.
Coffee Apara, which I
Yep.
wanted to keep. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm really interested to see what we line up on Friday, and we'll talk in the tailgate, I guess, once we have better. If we hear in the news about who's probably starting, on who gets the spot, but that's up in there, and I think that's a tricky situation to deal with, both for Steres and for just the chemistry in the back line.
Yeah.
Right?
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
In other news, the GA Cup is taking place, and the little G's, the U17s, are into the quarterfinals, where they'll be facing West Ham tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. You can watch that through Twitch and I think LAGalaxy.com. They made it to the quarterfinals with 1-1-1, but they played against Peñarol today, and those kids ball. I didn't see the whole thing, but I was coming in and out. Those kids ball. I'm really, really interested to see what comes out of this squad. These U17. I want to see when with DTK now with GBS in place now. I want to see how many of them transition into G2, and then eventually into the Galaxy. There was a story about the academy director getting let go
Oh yeah.
because of his brother. Or not?
Mhm.
No. They didn't necessarily come out and say that, but his brother was also the agent representing them for both the kids that went
Germany.
to Germany. Their name escapes me right now, but um, uh, DTK came out and said some things about like how happened before he got there, so he couldn't do anything about it. So I want to see what happens now with these kids coming out of the U17, making a decent run in the GA Open Cup. I want to see how many transition into uh, our second team, and then eventually, hopefully, into our first team, which is interesting. So if you guys get a chance tomorrow, or actually today, for you guys not on YouTube, check out the U17s play the quarterfinal in the GA Cup again at 5:30 p.m. on Twitch and LAGalaxy.com. So now that we got that out the way, the streak continues. We like the Undertaker. We're not quite there, but the streak continues. We're undefeated at home, and we got another victory over a team who had been playing well until Saturday. Um, Starting lineups went back to
The same.
what we expected, right? Where Polenta was feeling right, so he's in for Romney, and we had this again our what at least I consider our A lineup. George, stop moving your mic thing, because you sound like Darth Vader.
What mic thing?
You're touching your stand, and it's making a sound. You were at one point. That's fine. Back to all right. So let's with our A lineup. I'm gonna play them. What are your thoughts on the first half? Because I really want to break this game down two halves.
We have to break it down.
It's a tale of two halves.
All right. So
Yeah.
so before we go into the second half, let's talk first half. What do you guys think?
Dope as fuck.
Oh, word. It's a podcast, so I hope you give more
I
than.
think, yeah. When we play simple soccer, it flows so much better. I think there was times where even Zlatan was trying to do a little bit more than what he like try to back heel and turn around. And our goals, well, one of our goals came from a penalty, but I think when it, oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Uh,
What the fuck? What the fuck? All right.
oh, I was about to talk shit about Alessandrini, but I guess that's, well,
Yeah, the sign.
I think that's a sign from God. Alessandrini did well, y'all. No, but I think the simple soccer it's what makes it beautiful. There's nothing crazy about what we did, but I just think the high pressure, the players that we had, the speed of Antuna, the pressure of him it just all works very, very well. And we're finally clicking.
So I'm yes on a lot of those, but I'm gonna disagree with you with not doing those back heels and those fancy flicks and shit like that.
Tell me when that worked.
Wait, what'd you say?
Tell me when that's
Okay,
worked.
no, not yet. But what I'll say though is giving us a different look in the attack, where we've
No,
been
but
playing.
we do the back heels. Oh my God. We do the back heels
Oh, shit, I
when
fucked up
a simple touch is easier.
again.
That's my thing.
There you go, got it. Hi Angel. Uh,
Hi.
so yeah, they're trying something different. I guess what I want to say is they're trying something different. They're giving a different look to attack because I think both you and I have been talking about we're playing one single style of ball, like we're looking slot on ball all the time, right? And it's working. I'm not saying it's not working, but it's predictable, right? It's starting to be real predictable. So you need to throw in something different, and I think Slatan doing that some of that, and Alessandrini doing a lot of that. And I don't know if we want to talk Alessandrini just yet, but that's definitely something I'm
Not yet.
seeing. I'm seeing a different approach to it, or trying something different, which I'm all about.
This
uh,
is a blooper episode. My sneeze and shit.
yeah,
Everything's happening.
shit just going wrong today. But okay, Angel, what's your thoughts on first half? What's your thought on your first half, Angel?
Um, we were better than the second.
Wow, y'all really helped me out today. I appreciate that. Good looking out, guys. Um, you know, I think we hit them strong early with that first goal, and honestly, like it was good shit on Alessandrini on the first goal because he looked for a shot twice.
He had the space to take it.
I don't know if he had it. I don't know if he had the space. I think
I think he
I
had
think
it.
he looked for it twice, and typical Alessandrini would have taken it in the third time. You know what I mean? He would have taken that one the third time. I think he saw that he saw the space that closed down, and he set up Shovik for an easy layoff.
My thing is, I'd rather him start taking them. I think he needs to start, and he did it well. He did it. He did it this time. But in those sense, like take your shots, take your shots. We gave Gio a lot of shit for doing it. We gave him a lot of shit for not doing it. Um, but yeah, he found the wide open man, and Jurgen finally, Jurgen was top notch on that cross.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, like I again, we're seeing this differently, but I really think he recognized that the the space that closed down on him, right on the first one and the second one, and I'm super glad that he recognized that there was a pass there instead of trying to force that shot in there, right? And it worked out for us because, like I said, like you said, it was like perfect cross for Zlatan, and Zlatan does what Zlatan does at that point, right? Like when it's in the air like that, just sitting for him, he's always gonna cross that. So easy on him.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I felt like it was.
Oh, I died. What the fuck?
That's
Oh,
Fun
there
Stop
we
dog.
go.
moving.
uh
I'm trying to show the homies the Dodgers.
we're about to get this episode pulled down.
Copyright infringement.
All kinds of shit, dog. Game of Thrones at the beginning, Dodgers.
Ain't
Uh,
Rudy now with his taxes.
yeah, bro,
I
it's
was
going
gonna
down a little
sing
bit
the
now.
real Slim Shady, but I was gonna remix it the real Don Ramon. So I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, first half. I listen. I saw a lot of the same, which is a good thing at this point. Whereas we're controlling the ball, we're being patient with it. There's a lot of times where it starts in the left and it swings back to the right and then it comes back to the left, and not just forcing it, which I liked. And then it goes to what you were saying about like the fancy flicks and the back heels, a little bit of that. Um, what do you think, Angel Massa, on that? Like when they're trying to switch it up and now not necessarily always going down the wing and trying something different to break that defense down the middle.
Masa.
I feel like they have to. They have to try something different because I mean, even if it doesn't work all the time, it's gonna work eventually. And how is it gonna work if we don't try it? So it has to be done. I mean, it might not go as planned all the time. Like that one where Slatan tried to like, I guess Scorpion kick it and it came off his back.
Yeah,
But I mean, you have to try it. You never
yeah.
know.
Especially with
It
quality
might go
players
in.
like that, right?
Yeah. Like
Like,
quality players like Alessandrini and
and
Slatan.
Slatan too. Slatan tries some wild ass shit sometimes,
Yeah.
and he gets them. You know what I mean? Like a lot of shit that Slatan tries sometimes. I'm like, dog, come on, and then like it's on frame or like it hits the post. You know what I mean? Like so. Yeah, Slatan. Thoughts on that, Angel? Anything?
You know what? I don't remember a lot of the game. I, that's why I'm not saying much and that's why I took my time to come in because my view was very obstructed this past game. Um, I was really more in the stands, I guess, just supporting, and I didn't get a chance to really rewatch the game because it was Nathan's birthday weekend, so I really haven't gotten a chance to see it. And it's like bits and pieces. I'm really here though to defend Alessandrini when we get to that because I did make an emphasis to keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
This game from where I was, so if anyone wants to throw down, let me know. Chris Seller, especially you. You're lucky to come back the second half
We'll
because I
get
was
to
gonna
that.
pop you. I was gonna
All
pop you
that.
I was in the back of your head. I was gonna pop you. I was ready. I had told the homies, but you never came back. I told them you bitched out. So, but
Wow.
I'm ready for that. The only things that did stand out to me, you guys already really mentioned it about the first half. I mean, I thought Shelvick was good. First half, I mean, I thought we probably could have had more goals in there, but it is what it is. Going up to 0 at the half, I was very comfortable. I was already like, damn, I'm telling you, 5-1.
I
I
was
Yeah.
was already
looking for you.
calling
I was
that
looking for
shit.
you at half, and I was
Yeah,
like,
I was.
"Fuck."
Yeah,
We said it.
but
We said it in the halftime show. Like it's fucking be 5-1 because it felt that way, right? It felt like we were gonna score
it
a lot
did. Yeah,
more than
it
we
did.
did.
Like,
Um,
at some point, as a matter of fact, I honestly didn't even feel like they were going to score. So, I mean, I could
yeah,
have seen like a 5-0 or
5-0.
some shit like
Yep.
that, to be honest with you. But, obviously, we saw what happened in the second half. So, I guess we can get into that. But
Yeah.
the only thing I really want to say that first half, because Chris Eller kept talking shit about
Zandrini.
Alessandrini the first half. I mean, yeah, there were moments for sure where you can see Alessandrini's frustration, but I don't think he was anywhere as bad as Chris Eller made it seem. I mean, what happens is when you're in the stands, right? Certain things get highlighted when somebody makes a
Yeah.
mistake, right? That gets highlighted more than if I'm sure we go back to see the game. I'm sure Alessandrini was probably a lot more effective than what we noticed from the stands, is because one, you're obstructed. A lot of people, you have shit waving in front of you. Big ass Chris Eller is in front of my face, so I can't see shit. So you are certain things are definitely going to be highlighted, right?
Yep.
The mistakes probably because that maybe you get a glance around fucking Chris Eller's big ass head and you see Alessandrini give a ball away or some shit.
Yeah. Can he lay off of his big ass head?
I mean, you
No,
get the idea, right? But
I
yeah,
get it. Listen. So for sure though, I think that's why a lot of times we try to look at the game again because in the stands we feel a certain way, and then you rewatch it and you're like, oh damn, like not really what I thought I saw, right?
yeah,
But,
Really?
well,
Honestly, and I don't really, and you guys know that I honestly pinpoint Alessandrini a lot during this game, and I have the complete opposite feel of it.
all right,
I
hold on,
think
hold on.
that he, okay.
We talking about you're gonna get into Lazzarini?
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
get
yeah,
All
into
right,
well,
it.
yeah,
no,
We're
yeah.
already
We're
on the
already
topic.
talking
hold
about
on,
it. Yeah, we're
hold on.
already talking about it. We brought Chris Seller into the conversation, so
All
you
right,
might
fine.
as well keep
Fine,
going.
fine, go for it then.
I think Alessandrini. The only critic the only thing that I have against Alessandrini is I want him to cut in and shoot. He was doing it. He started doing it, but what I enjoyed him doing is giving the ball to Rolf. Rolf was doing the runs and he saw them. And also when Rolf wasn't making the runs, instead of only forcing the ball to his left, he was going to his right and making those crosses in. Whether they were good or bad crosses, We'll get to that. But the fact that he's attempting and doing it, I'll take it. To me, Alessandrini had the best game of the season so far for him, but it's still not to what I think a DP should be.
Uh,
We said we're gonna give him time. We said we're gonna get to it. Hopefully, once his goal comes, we're gonna get the Alessandrini that we've known. But also, I've had some people come up to me and be like, "Yo, you guys are giving Alessandrini too much crap, too much crap. That he's done so much for the last 2 years. We got to give him some time." Yeah, I agree, but the seasons he balled out, we've also been in very last place.
yeah. All right,
Obviously, it's a
hold on.
team. Obviously, it's a team sport. All that gets into it. But I don't think that a man should
I'm
get
a,
a season. Huh?
so go. I'm sorry. Go ahead, and then I'm a fuck your shit up. But go ahead.
Sure, cool. I don't think that a man should get ball. I think my frustration comes with his frustration. He's a really good player. He gets so frustrated at himself, but I think it's when he kind of just gets out of his head. He plays a much better soccer. I rarely saw him get frustrated this time, and he was doing what he had to do. He was producing, but I think once he gets mad, it's out the window. And to me, I don't think that's a DB player.
And you saw that this game.
I don't know if
You
I
saw,
saw that.
you saw that
I
this
saw it
game.
the other way around this game because I saw him frustrated this game,
No,
especially in that first half.
I saw minimal frustration to what he's been. And we talked about this.
Dog, you
Well,
were context. What are you watching?
I was in the front row, Angel. Nah, but real shit.
Oh, so did you see what happened to Brian?
Yeah, hold up.
And you couldn't. You're a terrible friend.
Alright. Nah, but real shit. I lost my train of thought. But Alessandrini is a really good player, and I want him to succeed. I hope his goal comes in, and then we forget about this.
Listen, so
Maybe my thought might come back, and I'll get it.
So
But go.
you and a couple others I heard up talking about like he produced in shit seasons. He produced in a season that we didn't do shit. Yes, right. But he was the only piece in those seasons.
You could shine.
No, hold on,
In a group of bad people.
and he did.
Look at me in this podcast. I
Look-
fucking shine. Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean I'm a good podcaster.
And he did. So what I'm trying to get at right now is, even if he doesn't get the 10 and 10, even if he doesn't do double digits on both, what he brings to the team is crazy to me. How people don't see what he brings to the team, right? The whole game yesterday, right? The whole game yesterday, he brought a different.
Saturday.
Oh yeah, sorry, Saturday. He brought a different look to the team, a different
100%.
a different look, a different intensity, and a different just thought on how to approach it.
Mhm.
And that fucks with the whole other team, right? Because you're now not just running down the wing and shooting Zlatan. Now you're trying something else. So you got to be aware of that too. Like in that right there is just like nobody else in the team, right? Nobody else, because Leggett was another game for, at least for me, where he was not really existent, right? Corona didn't step up as much, and Jonah just fucking boss. Period.
Yeah.
You know what? Other than his assist, technically he set up Zlatan to get murked this game. I don't think Antuna did shit either.
Yeah.
Compared to Alessandrini, I think Drini was way more, obviously not deadly because he didn't do shit in terms of, scoring or an assist that really came off of him, right? Obviously he delayed it off to Shelvik, but he looked more dangerous for sure than Antuna did. At least that's my opinion. Sure. From again, full disclosure, a lot of things were obstructed to me, right? So I didn't see everything. This is from what I remember and how I remember the game from the stands, and obviously we're behind the goal, so we're not able to see it at the same vantage point that some people may have, or if you guys went back to see it. But that's how I saw it. I don't recall Antuna being dangerous at all.
So check it out.
I agree. I agree that the second best player, how they have it here, is Alessandrini. Alessandrini did a really, really good job, but I think my argument gets lost. I want us to compare him to his peers, and that means in the DP position.
Okay, compared to the DP position last game.
Jonah and Zlatan?
Yeah.
Well, what are you going by stats? Because if you're going by stats, technically Jonah doesn't have an assist or a score.
I test. Like,
Yeah.
fuck this. I test, right? Just how you saw him in the game.
I just feel like you got well, not you guys, but I feel like certain people feel like he needs to score or get an assist every game in order to be a DP player.
No.
Because he had a DP game this last Saturday.
Yeah.
He was a threat at all times. So how is that not playing at DP caliber?
Has Antuna had a game where he's
you
been a
guys
threat
just
at all time?
He's been a what?
him to.
Has
You
Antuna had a game where he's been a threat at all time?
Listen, but this is all right. So
Antuna has had the last 2 games has been real quiet.
Okay, but
Eh,
has he had a game this season where he's been a threat at all time? Like you just compared him to Alessandrini. Like how you just said about Alessandrini. Has Antuna had that?
yeah,
No.
yeah. I think he has. I think he has.
No?
I think he has. I think he has.
What?
But I think he has. I think
The first game.
yeah. Was
It
the
must
first
have been
game?
only the home opener because I
Yeah,
can't
it was the
recall
first
when.
Okay,
It must have been the home opener.
but regardless, right? Like we've been talking about Alessandrini, and I've been consistently reminding you guys that Alessandrini this is his third game. This is his third game with the team this season. This is
Oh,
the third game.
you're reminding George.
Okay, I'm
You're
just,
reminding
I'm
George.
putting it out there. I'm putting it out there.
I'm on Alessandrini. I want him to succeed, but I
No,
don't
you
think
haven't
he's
been.
key for us.
Fuck out of here. You've been wanting to trade him since last year. So fuck out of here
Since
with
last
that.
year, okay, but I'm saying as of now he's on our fucking team, so we have to cheer him on. But it makes no sense to be in the stands booing him. I want this man to succeed because obviously if he succeeds, the Galaxy.
Minnesota did that to their team. Why can't we do that to our team?
No,
shut
we're not
the
doing
fuck
that.
up.
But listen.
Yeah, but listen,
I don't think you have arguments.
I don't want it to be lost. I don't want it
But
to be lost.
I just don't think you have arguments to bring
Especially
any
not
of
in
this
this
up,
game.
right? Because
Especially not this last game.
Alessandrini first game, I noted is rust. His intentions were there. His touch wasn't there. His feet weren't there, right? The second game we saw a little better where his reactions were there. His feet weren't under him. Last game, I think we saw a lot closer to what we expect to see.
Not
right?
100% Alessandrini,
but a
he's
lot
like
closer
at
to what we expect to see.
85, 80%.
And you saw he's a game changer. Like at least in my and like I said, sometimes I feel like we see different games or we see him way differently. And maybe because I'm like a daddy dreaming, you're like dreaming out camp. You know what I mean? With different camps.
But I'm not.
No.
So what's your opinion on me? I mean, I'm neutral. I'm look. I
think we agree.
I think people can make a legitimate argument that I'm okay with him getting brought down to 10, and that could be a whole different argument in a conversation that we can have. But based on what we have right now, the fact that he's a DP player, and I think he's doing fine on his third game, I don't see why the whole Drini out or why people are over exaggerating about 3 games in for Alessandrini. My opinion.
I agree. But
Especially
it's
not
Daddy
after this
Dreamy.
game.
It's Daddy Dreamy. So I'm always
After this game, no. After this game, 100%. If he does this all season, are you okay with him as a DP?
Yeah.
What he produced? Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think, listen, any other game, any other day, like he had a shot. He had a shot that was gonna be fucking top bins, and it gets deflected. Right. He had a couple of passes that is not for like a defender like stretching out and getting a touch to it. They're assists for Zlatan. Any other game, one of those or a couple of those happen, and we're talking about now. Adrian has a goal and 2 assists, and he's your DP, right? So I listen, going through a system, going through a season, if he does more of this, there's no doubt in my mind that he's gonna get his assist and his goals. And then at the end of the year, we're talking about Alessandrini with maybe 9 goals or 9 assists, 7 goals, and that's gonna be that. I'll make that call. I'll make that call right now. 5 games in the season, Alessandrini gets at minimum 9 assists, 7 goals, minimum. That's what I'm calling.
There's 30 games in a season.
I got the opposite.
34.
Yeah.
I go
agree too.
opposite.
It'll be sad if he doesn't.
What are you saying? What are you saying? Opposite what?
Of your prediction.
You say he won't?
No, I'll say he will, but he'll get less goals, double-digit assists.
Okay, but he's producing in that.
No,
class,
he's gonna
right?
produce. There's no doubt in my mind he's gonna produce.
Same.
It looks like he's ready to produce.
Yeah.
He should have produced this last game, and we'll get into
It's
second
gonna
half
happen.
because I'm a bitch about second half for sure.
All right, before we go into that, the penalty.
Can we? Oh,
Before
Oh
we,
yeah,
before
shit
we
was
go
a
to-
pen, bro.
yeah, it
Right.
was disgusting. I thought Zlatan got injured when I saw the
It
replay. I'm like,
wasn't
how the
even-
fuck did he not get injured?
It was the guy in the back. 'Cause
Yeah,
when they go up, that fool has his left leg
he
up.
kicks out. Yeah,
Yeah, what the fuck? How is that not a pen? Everybody could cry about that shit. That shit's a penalty, bro.
must be the looks. Rudy Drini, I think it's the looks. I guess.
Rodrini. Change that shit.
You know
That
what?
was
To allegedly Angel City Brigade posted. I know who that might be, but I don't want to confirm or deny that this is not the ACB podcast.
I disagree.
You
Oh, no,
said a lot of things about Drini, and look at what happened.
Are you
About
going
the
to disagree
crosses.
with this?
About the crosses.
So it says the crosses need to go high over the first defender to the far post. They were all going low while a man was alone in the far post.
It's not that I agree or disagree with that statement. Is what I've said before. If we're gonna play that style when it happens, change it up. Always don't make it obvious. If you're gonna go low, like do any meaning miny mo today. I'm gonna go low, right? Or some other shit, right? And then the opposite go high or mid. Like change it up, do something different. Like don't make it over and over the same thing. Today we're gonna dedicate low crosses. Today we're gonna dedicate mid crosses.
I think they just had to be a little
That's my
smarter,
thing.
no? They just have to be a little
Yeah,
smarter.
agreed. Yeah,
I think
like yeah, 100%.
Zlatan like twice already that I've noticed has bitched about the cross coming high when it should have been low. Like, come on, you guys got to recognize that. Like, if the run, based on how, if you're behind and they're making run in, where you could get in a tap in, go first pull low. If a man is pulling wide, go high second post. Like, come on. Like, sometimes, like, legit, and I'll say this more about Antuna and Emma. They don't recognize, or even Filter, they don't recognize, like, those movements. And they have a mindset where it's like, okay, I'm out wide, cross far post.
Yeah.
Right? Like I think it's just a little more.
Shoot it in.
It's a little more. You got, you know what I mean? Just look up and recognize what's going on.
We're still on that Drini topic. I'm a bitch about one thing about Drini that I haven't like.
Right.
Fucking corner kicks, bro. Fucking
Oh,
garbage.
100%. Yeah,
That's
their shit.
That's
Yeah.
about it though. Let Jonah take that.
I thought about that. I thought about that last night too.
I thought Joe Benny was taking them at first.
No, you know what?
Nah.
That's a great point. Like I forgot, and that's something I vividly remember from
Same.
the. And those are the only times I ever agreed with Chris Seller when he kept saying "Junior out, Junior out." I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Let someone else take some fucking crosses, bro. Anybody else.
You know what? And I'm not okay with him sitting at top of the box, is waiting for a
Accurate.
shot to come to him, just let it rip with his left foot.
Yeah, that too. That too. You know what? So George talked about Adrian taking shots. I agree, but I also want to see fucking legit and Benny get closer to the area where he's taking shots too.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We haven't seen that at all throughout the season.
I think you talked about that
I talked-
for
yeah, I
yeah,
said I'd
that
be
you wanted
aware.
to see
I wanna see
Joe
it.
Benny put his going or even legit.
Yeah, we haven't seen
And
that.
I think that's gonna help open up the game to when we're not just playing down the sides. When we
Look,
start
he hit
taking
on the
those
back.
shots, I think it's gonna be coming out really well.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so let's go. So we all agree it was a penalty. Took a long ass
Yeah.
time for
Yeah,
VAR
yeah,
to recognize it was a
yeah.
penalty. It was weird. I was like, I don't know what they're. I turned around, looked at the big screen, and what the fuck? That was a penalty. So I don't know why it took so long. They awarded the penalty, and then boom, 2-0.
Mortal Kombat swept that.
All right. So is that enough on Drini? So we can just talk
Yeah.
about the second half,
let's
right?
talk
quick?
about- so
Yeah.
let's move into second half. Let's talk about second half. There was a drop off. There was a drop off.
A drop off.
So hear me out, okay? Hear me out. Let me lay this out the way I think it happened. What I saw happen. There was a drop off in intention.
Intention or intensity?
Either one. Both.
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 But you know what? I know we're gonna rip them as we should. But before we rip them, I want to say I like the fact that even though our intensity and our intentions dropped, our style didn't really change. Well, we weren't doing much with it, but we kept the ball a lot. And I like that. I like that to a certain extent. I get. Listen, when we rip them, I 100% agree with what we're gonna rip them about. But before we do that, I gotta say, like, there's an identity. We've been talking about identity for a while. I think we found our identity, right? Because even when we completely fall off and the wheels go off, we still play the same. There's still identity, and I like that. So, what do you guys want to rip them about?
Who you ripping?
You guys say you guys
The
had
team
talks?
as a whole, I think.
Yeah.
That's what you're
So let's talk. Who we talking about? What didn't we like in the second half?
Can I talk about what we liked? Because it was pretty obvious to me. Probably, Chris Heller left because he was afraid to throw down. So I had a good view of the field. Got to give credit to that defense, man. I mean, obviously, my shit with that second half, offensively and the midfield, we gave up too much. We lacked intensity, like what you said. We weren't really pressing. We got lazy. I felt like Philly was a chance away from tying that shit up. And I don't mean like, oh,
they're
hey,
scoring.
no, but that's what I'm saying. It's a point where, like, one goal and then momentum shift and they tie it up. That's how I felt about the game. But credit to that defense, man, for contesting shit, for fighting, for reacting to shit, for scrambling. I mean, it wasn't pretty at times, but they found ways just to get to the ball or make it uncomfortable for any of Philly's players to do anything really.
Yeah. Even inside the area, even when they were scrambling, like,
you
it was.
remember that like the shot off the post.
Yep.
If the attacker from Philly would have had a better chance to shoot,
Half a
or
second more on the
not,
ball.
yeah, a half second more, he gets
He
more
nets it.
comfortable, takes a better shot, and
100%.
likely a goal from that distance, right?
100%.
We were on his ass
Daniel
for that.
Steres, as
Yep.
fuck.
The life or what? Those stairs life.
Steres for life.
Um, yeah, man. So I rewatched the game last night, and those first 10, 12 minutes of the second half, they were on us, and that's when the whole sequence happened. When they hit the pole, when the Bingham kind of comes out, he doesn't do enough in the cross, and it just gets ugly. But as Angel was saying, the hustle and the whole back line and Jonah in the midfield, like there was people on everybody who was a potential threat. And then there was, I think it was
You guys are talking
Rolf.
about that play where Trashas Bedoya hit the post?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And,
That's a big shout out to Daniel Stairs that he anticipated that fucking ball because that shit was an open header.
okay.
Who came out of nowhere.
So who I think is gonna go unsung here and I'm gonna give him a shout out to him is Rolf, because Rolf, when he sees all this shit happening, he drops into the goal. So like when everything's scrambling, he's pretty much at goal, trying to react to something that comes in, right? And the little shit like that, like not checking out for that half second, like he reacted to it, and I gotta, and I don't know, maybe it's just because like our past 2 seasons have been so shit. Like I remember them not doing this, but I noticed it right at that play, and I was like, oh man, that's what's up. Like I fucks with that. You know what I mean? I fucks with them being on top of it and reacting to shit and make sure that 1, 2, and 3 are checked in, and it's not gonna happen, right? Yeah, they impressed me, even though we're in shit situations for the first 12 minutes. Because I'm like, if that's what you're throwing at us, we could handle that. So,
Maryland, I'm eating a healthy as fuck salad, but I am gonna kill some chocolate fudge Oreos today because I haven't. Sorry, the chocolate fudge Keeblers, because I haven't had a single carb today.
thank you for your health update. You're looking good though. I'm
Welcome.
not. I'm
Thanks,
not. Even,
man.
I'm not even.
Appreciate you.
I'm not. You're looking right.
Appreciate you. Mark, the 6-pack's dedicated to Bruce. I love you. Free Bruce.
So after those 10, 12 minutes, I think it kind of regulates again. But what I'm really upset about is the fact that we played with 10. We played with a man. They got a record, so we played with a man up.
Yeah.
For a
I
long time.
remember that being like midway through the second, right?
Yeah,
No,
It
towards
was
the
like
end, no?
60.
it was 75th minute. It was the 75th
towards
minute.
the end.
Listen,
I don't know.
that's still 15
like 15,
minutes.
20 minutes of soccer. It could happen. Oh, excuse me.
And
Yeah.
did you guys see? Did you guys see at us at any point seem like we had a man up?
Never.
No,
No, not once in that second half did I ever feel good.
In that shit. Oh, listen, I guess I didn't feel as bad. Like I didn't think we were in trouble. I just thought, like, what the fuck are we doing? Come on, let's get 3, 4, 5, 6 goals on them. They're a man down, a defender down, right? And they did put in another defender or another defensive player, but at the same time, it's like, come on, like we have more players around the midfield right now. Like, why are we not doing enough? Why are we not pushing it?
We took it easy, man. That shit was whack, dude. That shit was so frustrating watching. Like, why? Like, attack. We didn't, like, and when we would attack, we would slow it down. Like, we would wait on them to catch up and then bring it back around. Like, bro, you're already ahead. Like, why the fuck are you turning around? Why are you bringing the ball back? We have a man up. Do something. And we didn't. We had, like, one play. Like, at the end.
Yeah, we had a couple at the end.
It was like, fuck, man.
We had a couple at the end, but again, not enough. Not we're playing with man up. Not playing at home with a 2-0 lead with a team who's not really causing you a lot of trouble, and you're a man up. Like, come on.
They didn't do shit.
You got to put them away.
Like,
You got to put them away.
I don't understand. Philly did not do anything at all.
So before we go to our after the game thoughts, Junie comes in, 89th minute or something like that, like really late on the game, but Junie comes in. I love hearing the stadium do the Junie chant.
Juninho.
Yeah,
Juninho.
that was dope. That was really dope. Garbage minutes. It was I don't think anybody expected him to do much at that time, but to see him back is nice. I'll say that. Like it was a good feeling to see him back, see him walk over with everybody else for the wave at the end of the game. It's nice to see him back. Nice to see Junie back.
I'm up. Let me bring it back real quick. How do you guys feel about Rolf going down?
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
I was
You know
it
what?
was crazy because I was telling my brother, man, that guy's injury prone, and I told him about his stupid ass pectoral and his injury. 10 minutes later, this motherfucker like starts running. He grabs the
So
shit. I'm
that's
like,
your fault.
oh fuck.
So
That's
you
your
jinxed
fault
him.
then.
So you
Yeah,
jinxed
it's
him.
Jinx.
probably my fault. Fuck.
Oh,
Araujo?
Drake ass.
Oh, what do you think about it?
Araujo?
Oh, hold on.
Huh?
Yeah. So let's talk about Araujo. But Felcher, it was a like a groin, right?
Groin?
It looked like
Yeah, it
he was
looked like
pointing
a
his groin.
groin. He grabbed his groin.
Yeah, we'll
I
see.
think it's fine though.
I don't know. Those could be pesky as fuck.
Those linger, bro.
Yeah, those could be pesky as fuck. So
He
we'll
gave
see.
Rudy. I mean, he gave Massa a thumbs up on IG. I think
Yeah,
that's
he
pretty
did.
He also told him he was gonna give him his jersey. And it never happened. So
That is true.
you know what I mean. I don't know how much.
He might be out for 6 months again.
You know what
The
I mean?
player with the facts.
Let's
no
put
wonder
that out
this
there.
is
He's out
man.
for 6 months already.
Yeah, can't confirm or deny. 6 months.
What do you guys think about Araujo?
Yeah, let's talk about him.
That was quick as fuck.
I like him.
He reminds you of fucking Antuna on the wing. He looks like a midfielder, but he was
Yes.
back.
I think listen. I think it took him about 5 minutes to really get settled in.
Of course.
But then he has vision too. Like he's one of the players who looks up, right, and tries to give a pass. I like him. I want to see him get tested because I don't think he got tested defensively.
Accurate. I don't think he
He
got
did give
tested
up one ball.
defensively,
He did.
but
They pressured
for
his ass.
what
Oh, yeah,
GBS likes to play,
Mm-hmm.
that wing
Perfect.
back row, he was looking good. There was one specific sequence that I recall where he won
Alessandrini?
two the shit out of it with Drini.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that's like me playing right wing back right there. Look at that's like me and my friend George, playing up top and fucking people up. But
Accurate.
it was like, yo,
Oh, Alessandrini, huh?
yeah, let's put in everything. But no, bullshit aside, and in all seriousness, obviously Rudy said right, or whoever just said it right now, he didn't get tested defensively, but in the attack, I thought, to me, if we're talking about eye test again from my angle, from where I was, looked better than Felster does moving forward in
I
the
don't
attack
think
at
so.
least.
Here comes Massa.
I disagree with you 100%.
I'm
Okay, good. You can. And I just clearly said from my perspective, from my point of view, from what I saw, from my from my angle,
Behind Chris Eller.
no, behind
No,
no,
Chris
Chris
Eller's
Eller was
gone.
already
He's
gone by
gone.
then. Chris Eller was already gone by then. From what I saw in those 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes that he played, it looked good.
Maybe
We're good.
All right, Massa.
speed wise, like he looks obviously a lot faster than Ro.
Tell me.
But I don't think.
But his
anyone-
touch, his vision, his passing style, his 1-2s, it only took him like 15 minutes to do something like that. Something that I have not seen Rolf Felster do with Alessandrini. That type of 1-2 style, no, he has not. Fuck
All right.
out of here if you tell me that really
Massa.
has played that
For
style.
GBS
So Massa-
ball, Araujo is a better fit.
So
than
Massa,
Yeah.
Massa, tell me what you like about Felcher over Araujo.
Fulcher has better crossing than anybody on this team.
But we didn't see Araujo take a cross.
Why not?
Maybe the opportunity wasn't present itself.
But you said he won two. He made it down the wing. Why didn't he cross it?
He actually came
Wasn't
in.
that
actually
where
came in.
somebody got fouled or somebody? Something happened.
No. You're talking about a junior, right? And you laid off him. 'Cause he
Yeah,
made the cut inside the
yeah,
area?
that one. Yep.
He went inside the area. He touched the area. That I like.
Okay.
what we haven't seen. Remember how we were mentioning that we want someone to cut in and pose a threat inside the box?
Yeah, and it's different. Look, listen, I'll say he looked nice for the time he was there.
Look, Massa's getting very defensive. It's like I'm saying that Felcher has been shit or that I want him
No,
to
I'm
get
not
back
saying
from.
that.
Fulcher's
I'm
his
just
boy.
saying.
All right.
I'm just saying, like,
All right.
no one crosses a ball better than Fulcher.
Bet you
does.
$5 I get Araujo's jersey before you get Felcher's jersey.
I'm pretty sure that's accurate.
All right.
Listen, I can't. I don't think I've seen enough from what I would say that I like him over
Haven't.
Fulcher.
No.
I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying that in those 10, 15 minutes that I saw, it looked like
He
he
showed.
plays GBS style ball.
He
That's
showed.
it.
He showed. I agree. Yeah. That. Anything else
So-
about the game? Anything else about the game?
I mean, do you guys want to address Madam Serrano's question right quick? Just because it might be relevant right now.
Oh yeah.
So here,
So
let me put it- let me
assuming
put it
that
up.
Felcher's out.
Let me put
Oh,
it
yeah,
up
go
on
ahead.
screen.
Yeah.
Say
Says,
it.
Madam Serrano says, "Pretty boy Ralph sits out Friday. You start Romney or Araujo?"
Araujo.
Araujo. After that fight that we just had between Massa and Angel, Araujo.
You want
Araujo.
to prove it?
Araujo.
Well, question, and I don't even know if he's gonna be available by Friday.
He is.
But
Pipa.
if Giancarlo, if Pipa is available, do you think he could try that right back role
No, no,
just
no,
for
no,
that
no, no,
game?
no, no, no. Nope,
He
nope.
has played right back
No,
at
we were just
in
talking
Serie
about
A.
that.
Mm-hmm.
We were just talking about how we. Oh, before you got on, I think we kind of said let's
That
stick the
I for sure I
players.
missed it then because I joined in
Yeah,
when
Yeah,
I started chiming. Yeah.
listen.
let's leave the players to their natural position. We don't want to be moving around because people were saying Polenta to left back, Sinsteris, and everything. They were just trying to switch everything up. I think I'd rather just see everyone in their natural position, so we don't have that because we saw what happened with Jurgen. He didn't play bad, but we could tell that he was uncomfortable in that position. And we see it this season. He's much better as a left back. So keep everyone in their natural position.
So here, I'm gonna say this right. I think
Let's
putting
go
it.
Dodgers. They just won. Dodgers won.
That's dope. All right, so
I just won.
to cause the least friction in a pretty solid backline, you put in Araujo because Araujo's
Yeah.
a more of a like for like with Fulcher than Romney is. Uh, I like Romney as center back.
Me too.
I think you know in a pickle you could bring him in as in the left back, right back, but not necessarily your first choice. Araujo's a first choice. You know he's a right back, so
Question.
like for like.
I dig that. It was just a question I had. I'm 100% with you guys.
A question
Araujo
with
for
that.
sure.
What's up?
We agree that Chris Pontius is a man of many talents and he could play anywhere, right?
No,
You don't agree?
No, don't
don't
even go
agree?
no,
there.
I agree, but nah,
No, 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 no,
don't
no,
even
no,
go
no,
there.
no, no,
So
no, no, no.
what's the question?
La-
What's the
ask-
question?
Masa, shut up. You're the last person saying anything. Do you guys think that Romney could be that for the defense?
He is that for the defense, but
In a
not
pickle.
to
Bitch,
play.
you were the first one that said no. That's why
In
you
a
should let me
pickle.
ask
But
the question.
not to play fucking right back or maybe left back. That's
He
cool,
could play
but
center back or left back, and that's it. And then just leave
that's
Araujo
it.
in his
Yeah,
right side.
we tried Romney already as right back.
In a pickle, let's say two or defenders get injured, and you need to make a sub in defense. You could bring in Romney any position. I wouldn't bring him to start though. Like having options, I wouldn't.
No,
You know,
no.
he wouldn't be my first
Oh,
choice.
but I'm saying,
But he could fill in the role when needed, like in you know fucked up situations.
Yep.
Cool. Anything else about the game before we move on to our favorite section?
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna throw
Um,
Oh yeah,
because
Masa.
Damn, everybody.
so I seen a lot of Shelvick hate on Twitter, dog,
Mm-hmm.
like about him being shit
Mm-hmm.
this
I don't know
whole
why.
season.
That's
Mm-hmm.
why
How do you
not.
guys feel about that?
bullshit.
They're bugging.
I don't know
Yeah.
why. Yeah, they
My
bugging
man
for
just
sure.
made the team of the
We-
week.
But we
MLS
just
team
talked.
of the week.
I think we talked about this like a week or two ago when we talked
Man,
about
like 2 weeks
Shelvick, where
ago,
I
2
thought
weeks
that
ago.
he's
Yeah,
been
but they're saying,
show
I've
nice.
shit like, Shelvick made it to team of the week only because he got the assist,
No.
and then
Hell no.
he's been shit this game. He's been shit the last game. He's been shit all season long.
We gave him
I've
shit
seen it.
against Vancouver because of his footing. We said that we said that it was turf, but I think he's honestly, I want to say other than Steres, he's been our second best defender.
But we talked about it also.
Yeah.
About the game against Vancouver. That was his real only mistake. That after that he really didn't do anything to say he had a good game, but nor did he have a bad game. Thought he was fine.
He was average, like the rest of the team was average.
Yeah,
That game.
he was fine. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
No, I don't
listen,
agree with that.
I don't know, I don't understand why, but you know what? That like I've said this in our chats, and I'll say this on air now. The Galaxy fans are the fucking worst, right?
Oh, yeah.
We can never say, hey, that was a good game. We always have to nitpick on something. And
Sounds like
listen,
my dad.
Yeah, but
And we
actually
do- and we
nitpick
do-
on nitpick
Damn.
on somebody
Got
who's not
daddy
playing
issues.
good, who didn't have a good game. You
listen,
know, like this last game, legit was trash.
yeah, but people like legit.
Exactly. So why not give him shit then?
Yeah,
I did.
I did too.
I just.
Question.
It's gonna be. I'm sorry. Before you go on,
Yeah, no, go for it.
it's always gonna be like I kind of let it roll off my back, because it's always gonna be like that. But look, I get opposing thoughts, right? Because me and George, we did half his episode going back and forth on Drini, so I get it. I get it. People are not everybody's gonna like everybody, but Shelvick's criticisms are unfair, in my opinion.
Just briefly, because I missed part of it. What did you guys say about Steris in the CB role now that Giancarlo's here and who starts? Just quick.
Yeah,
That's unfortunate for him, but
Yeah.
he's gonna hit the bench.
I get they thinking he's gonna hit the bench. I kind of don't want him to hit the bench.
I'm gonna get traded.
I think he could
No.
be a trade. I think he could be a trade
No,
option.
he's
I
not
do.
getting traded.
I think he listen. I'm gonna throw this out there, right? This scenario and it's like worth it or not. I say 700K, Gam Tam Jam, whatever fuck it is, right? And a 2020 international slot. for Steris.
He leaves in the summer.
He lives in
Is
the
that what you're
summer.
Listen,
saying?
I don't know what the trade is. I'm all ears for a trade, but I will be heartbroken. I'll still buy a Steris
Yeah.
jersey.
Oh, for sure.
I think personally, I think this puts and to Angel. I've said it. You probably didn't hear, it, but I think it puts GBS in an interesting position. Do you play the man that's been producing for you, or do you play the man that you wanted for such a long time?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the situation right now.
Okay. I mean, just big shout out to Mrs. Steris because everything you've done for your son. I'm proud of him. Proud of the boy you made.
Either way.
Amount of Serrano. So back on topic to the Jet thing. That's accurate. Boo boo the last 2 games, but he's sexy as fuck. So look, unpopular opinion, take that beard off. The Jet is not the business. Big ass nose and like the way his face is shaped right here, it's like he got smashed his face in with like a brick or something. So, take it for what
This
take
guy,
it for what we
this
want.
guy cuts out carbs and go ahead and talk shit about my
Yeah.
man, dog.
You
Look
know
at this
what the
motherfucker,
problem
dog.
is?
Cuts up carbs. 2
You
years
know
ago,
what
he
the
would have
problem
said
is
shit,
with
dog.
Leggett? He
What?
has people that back him up that don't make him look as bad. For us to understand what we want to play, I think Joe Benny and Jonah do a good job of picking up the weight that he can't fully do.
I don't
And
know
I think
about
mostly
that.
Joe Benny does. But I think he's in a position where, and Drini also picks up his slack too. Drini played the ball to Jurgen where Leggett should have been.
Yeah. Yeah, but listen,
So a lot of people could pick up his weight, so he doesn't look as bad. But us that like we say, we like to nitpick and we see the game a little different. We see that he's lacking for what he should be doing.
I don't know
How
about
about
that. I
tossing him
think
onto one of the
Janko,
wings though?
he
That's
Instead,
what I've always said. Put him on the
sit out
wing.
on Tuna. Sit out on Tuna for a game, and let the Jet go on that wing.
Who do you
nah,
put?
because we'll lose that speed. We don't want
Who
to
do you
lose
put?
that.
I agree with Massa,
We
100%
don't
on
want
that.
to lose that, and
But
I don't think
it's
I
not like
don't.
we play
Like,
a speed style game. We
But
don't play that.
we
So
use
it's
it
not
when
like we're using it to our advantage.
no, we
No,
do.
we're not.
We
He's
do.
giving
we
shit
not?
We
crosses.
do.
Why don't we just switch the positions?
Nah.
Antuna just have him run crazy.
All right, we're getting off topic. We
All
can
right.
talk about this some other time.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Before
Nah, but like I disagree with Giorgio. I don't think Leggett has been boo boo going forward,
Uh-huh.
but when it comes to recovering and tracking back, he does his fucking job. So yeah,
I'm
at
saying
his
that he's been
position
bully
as
pushing
Cam,
forward. No, pushing
as,
forward.
okay, as
Yeah,
Cam, yeah. But
yeah.
when it comes to backing
Remember what I
everybody,
said about him playing Cam? Been telling y'all.
Pushing forward
but
is
when it
when
comes to
Jonah
him,
and Benny put in work for him,
well, yeah,
and
they
Alessandrini.
rotate though. That's GBS's style. All the
But that's why,
midfields rotate.
and that's
They'll
what I'm
cover each other.
saying.
all right.
So I don't.
100% with Manu Serrano and about Antuna. We might as well just rotate Emma.
Can we? All right.
Nah, Emma's not a.
Emma's not
Nah,
Antuna.
nah.
Sorry.
Hell nah.
Can we go into straight from the fence?
Sure, let's do it.
Let's go straight from the fence.
You know what I mean? We're still fucking up big, bro. I think the score's gonna be 2-0 Galaxy.
I mean, we did better than I expected.
Fuck, sounds it.
Fuck Levels FC. Fucking G's are gonna be coming on top, right?
All right. Since we're gonna hop into this, let me bring this one up from the chat. Since we're pretty much on this topic, I think I wanna go into this. We're gonna need Steris starting next month. Polenta and Giancarlo, I think it's to say, are going to get a one multi-game suspension a la De La Jong.
I disagree.
De La Jong.
I think Polenta looks so good. He don't even look like he. I don't know, man. My man looks like he's not about to get a yellow card. Giancarlo, I could see getting a
we'll
yellow,
see.
but I have yet to see him. We'll see.
I don't think we're going to be in a situation where there's going to be multi-yellows where we're going to have to consider anyone being put out. I think in that sense, maybe because of rest, but I don't think yellow cards or red cards or suspensions is going to be an issue with our center backs.
I think Friday night. I think Friday night's gonna be a big test to see that.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why is that?
We'll go into that on Wednesday night's tailgate episode. So we'll talk
Okay.
about the preview. All right, let's get into questions. You got them from everywhere. No?
Yep, this from IG MLS Cheesy 121. Not really a question, but no Michi guy, no party. Raul, a food stamp papi. Why was Slatan mad? I think he's
let's talk
trying
about
to. What he's trying to say is Zlatan and Leggett at the end of the game where the whistle was played, Zlatan would tell him, why you play back? And then he points back, and then they cam back to him, and he says, every time you play back.
Oh yeah.
I read his lips.
I
I read his
think
lips.
it was more
Hey,
I think it was
I
more
can't
at the
confirm or
team
deny,
though.
but Zlatan listens to straight from the stands.
I think it was more at the team though, because when
He
they
was looking at Leggett. There was no other person in the
but
fight.
at the post game interview, he was like, "Yo, what's up? Why'd you look upset?" He's like, "Cause the midfield's too slow. We're up a player. We should attack more, and the midfield is too slow. They always play back."
I
That's what he
think.
said.
So he
I
probably
think. I think
rebutted that.
that's him being
And then
Yeah.
he
yeah. I
was
think
mad
that's
at
him being
Emma for putting
being.
that trash ass cross when he's trying to get his hat trick. My man's trying to score goals, as many as possible.
See, but
And he did say that they can't relax because last year what happens when they relax, they didn't make playoffs.
He said 2-0 is
So
not
if
enough.
2-0 is not enough, he wants to score more goals, and they're moving too slow, which was my issue with the second half, that the midfield was too slow. And
Yeah,
the midfield go forward, and that's what Zlatan was mad
I
about.
completely missed that. I completely missed that until I saw questions on Twitter. But I'll say this again. I think me and Angel said the same thing prior to this. Like when they're mad at each other for only winning 2-0,
That's dope.
that's the attitude I want with them. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Like
Real quick, did you guys watch the post-match interview at GBS too?
I don't think I saw GBS.
No,
What
I
did he say?
saw
He
Jonah
saw
and
the
Zlatan.
exact same thing. He's like, I'm not happy that we've only won 2-0. We
Fuck
need to keep attacking. We need to keep attacking. So Zlatan and GBS are on the same page. Somewhere in that second half, that message got lost on the team, and I don't know what happened.
I fucked with
But
see,
it.
but this is my only. It's different for Corona and for Leggett because they are the defensive midfielders.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're passing the ball back and forth with each other, that's fine. Like I'm
Well,
not expecting that. But if you're the cam, which is what Leggett is supposed to be, Zlatan is 100% in the right to give him shit if every single time that he gets the ball, he's playing it fucking back.
Yep.
Look, I get it if you're doing like a 50-50. I get it 100%. Like, don't force it either, right? But you can still take a chance or two. You're in the attacking third. If you lose it, guess what? You have Corona behind you and
Jonah.
Jonah behind you, plus a back line of stud motherfuckers with Daniel Steres and the Teletubby as goalkeeper. But it's not gonna get there because of our back line. But you get the point. Like I'm with Zlatan 100%. And if you're the cam player, if we're not attacking, a lot of this is your fault.
Yeah.
You know,
Listen,
the reason that our team drops down, or I mean, fall back, that we get pressure is because you're not being creative up there. You know, and it's not, honestly, I got nothing else to say negative about Leggett because I mean, defensively, 100%. What Massa said is accurate.
hey,
But go ahead. No, go ahead. Sorry.
you know what? And I think that sentiment is something we've been sharing for the last 2 games where Legend's not doing enough. Right? He's not driving. He's not creating. He's not doing anything special. So the sentiment is there, right? Like he needs to be fucking. He needs to be a cam. He needs to play his role. So if they got to get on his ass so he can wake up, I'm cool with that. All right. And what's next? What's next, George?
Anna wants to know if she could have your number.
Sometimes.
All right, there you go, Anna. That's your question. Cheyenne.9. I really like Cartuna. How long do you think he will stay?
my season, that's it.
I think he rides out his loan and that's it.
Uh, it- yeah. I think we talked about it last week too, right? Where we're gonna bring somebody in. We're gonna bring a winger in. Who Masa? Who we bringing in?
Centurion, baby.
Centurion,
Hey,
baby.
but at this point, I'll throw him Cam because the Jets not doing his job, and Centurion is a Cam.
Key, relax.
well.
You guys are relax too. Come on, 6 games in.
No,
Guys.
look what
6
happened with
games
Drini.
in.
Dog talk
6
shit
games.
about Drini, and
6
that was
games
all of a
in.
sudden people just talk
Six-
shit about the Jet.
6 games
He'll
in.
do better.
Relax. Gotta relax, Yala. All right. What up, George?
All
Hit
right.
me.
We have Osman 121, 60 minutes per goal scored. Zlatan gonna smash league record or question mark? Fool, of course. I think he's talking to himself right now. And then he says, yeah, that's basically
Then,
it.
of course,
I
I agree
mean,
with Osman, to be honest.
let's be
As
honest
long
here.
as
He,
he stay
he
healthy.
probably should have had at least 3 more goals than he has right now.
Yeah.
So,
2 more, because that one that Shelvick gave him, I forgot what game it was, where that flash for it low, and then this bullshit ass cross that Emma put into that foot too in this game. That's
And
2
then the
goals.
last game where he rebounded by himself in Vancouver and then he shot
But-
that shit left.
But that's on him though.
Yeah. So you should
Yeah,
have had
that's the goal
that.
you should
Yeah.
have.
You're right.
What the fuck?
Goals, 3 goals.
Does it count?
You know, listen,
So he
and
should be close to 10 already.
and he missed 2 games.
Yeah, no doubt.
Look, my man. Listen, fine
Ain't about
tuning.
to score.
Fine tune it right now, dog. Once you run it through all the tests and you get it running how you want it to run, man, he's gonna be a problem. I think he breaks records.
It's
Yeah,
already
I
a
think he
problem.
breaks the record this year. F Valencia 3921. Masa, I want you to answer this question. Is Sporting KC really a threat to us in the West?
Yes.
Yeah?
I agree.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
I thought
They're-
wait, I asked you to answer that because the last
Yeah,
couple
I did.
weeks I've
I
been
said
I've
they
been
want shit, but they ain't gotta worry about CCO anymore. They'll bounce back.
Hey guys, I died.
They'll get that shit together,
I think
like
so.
they did at the beginning of the season. And they worried about CCL. They got smashed on, but now they ain't got shit to focus on but MLS. So they're always a threat.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Well, they're afraid of Mexicans, and we have a Mexican god by the name of Jonathan Dos
It's
Santos.
all good, dog. As long as
Mexican
Zlatan
God,
don't,
Mexican God for real though.
as long as
Shout out
Zlatan
to
don't
Angel.
pop one of their fans, we're straight.
Oh.
Songs
Y'all
what?
seen that?
As long
As
as
long as
Zlatan
Zlatan doesn't pop one of their fans in the face, we straight.
You seen that against
Shout out
Rebels,
to
right?
Oh,
Kaku?
Kaku? Yeah,
Yeah.
Kaku. Yeah, I was trying to
Free
figure out
Kaku.
when Zlatan did, but yeah, I got it. Yeah,
That fool
yeah.
ripped them though.
Well, he shouldn't have sat. He shouldn't have sat that close to the field. That's his fault.
That's hilarious though, man.
Sit somewhere else next time.
All right.
Which is funny.
Wilmas 310. Zlatan went
Damn, we're
down
getting
first.
banged on.
Zlatan went down for a second in the second half. Were y'all worried at all? Hashtag
Never.
be nasty.
Zlatan.
Mm-mm.
I think I was more worried watching the replay after I saw the penalty. It looked
A
like
little
he
bit.
landed.
The fall was pretty gross. Listen, Zlatan looks strong. I mean, he's always looked strong, but Zlatan looks like German. Man, knock on fake wood. I hope he stays healthy the whole fucking season, though.
Yep. Tony double D double O double G. Repeat question: Is our midfield trio, Leggett, Jonah, and Corona, now the best in MLS?
Jonah,
I
Jonah,
would say yes.
Defensively, I say yes.
bubble
I say
time.
yes. All around.
Nah, listen, nope. I think Leggett is falling off that right now, but I do think we have the best midfielder in the whole MLS with Jonah.
Which I said a while back.
Yeah, no, I think, yeah, Jonah right now is ridiculous, man. That guy's ridiculous, dude. That guy's fucking
Hey
stupid.
Joe, to be honest, Joe Benny's not that far off that level.
No, but you
But, I mean,
choose
yeah,
one. You
I know
choose
what
one.
you're saying,
You
though.
choose one. Who are you choosing?
Yeah, Jonah, all day.
You know what I mean? Jonah's
Yeah.
so nice though.
All right. La Maravilla 2323. What do you guys think about Philly's press on Dos Santos, Corona, and Leggett?
Hey, Rudy, just fucking put
Give
don't
him,
just get me mad, dog. Fuck.
They gave him we'll give
Yeah.
Philly a you tried sticker
Yeah.
on
it was
that
pretty-
press on that
Hey,
midfield.
quick
You tried?
question: What happened to Marco Fabian?
Ankle.
His ankle.
Yeah.
Ankle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard he came to the Dignity and he got that Jonah syndrome. I mean that Geo
The Gio
syndrome.
syndrome.
That fool went down.
Hell yeah.
Mm.
As long
That
as
fool
not
Gio, that fool looked up at the fucking press box. He saw Gio was like with the chela, and that fool was like, "I'm going down right now."
All right,
That fool
hold
went
on.
down.
Let me put this one up. Hey, it's Brun.
I don't think so.
Do you think?
I think so.
100%.
Do you guys
I
think?
think so.
Can I ask my question for
Can I ask the question?
Do
I
you guys
think
think? God, I swear, I fucking hate you guys. Do you guys think Jonah can play the cam role?
100%.
Yes.
No.
He
All right,
does
Yes, he
it-
can,
well,
but he
okay,
shouldn't.
yeah, okay. So let me
he
rephrase that,
does
right?
it, yeah. Yeah.
I think okay. So I agree with you. Yes, he can.
Okay.
Would you guys want to
That's
see
the question.
him? Yeah.
No.
Would you guys want to see him there?
No.
No.
Right.
No.
I think it's
Jonathan
vital. I think it's vital where
Can
he's at.
connect the defense to our midfield. He's the guy.
He's a
the
plug.
guy.
He's a plug, dude.
I think the answer is yes, he could play the role, and I think he'll play it well. Do we risk it? No.
No.
I think
Hell.
he's too much of an asset in the position that he's at.
Mhm.
And we could find someone to be that workhorse up top if it's not legit.
Remember that game against New York City last year?
The
Yeah,
one that scored the
yeah.
goal?
That fool went up to Cam.
Yeah.
Took over that game.
When his brother went out.
Yeah. So he could do it, but nah.
And he's doing that a little bit more for Mexico now too.
Yeah.
playing up.
You got the assistant to go. Yep.
Lindomar, do you guys think Juninho will get more playing time when the Gold Cup takes place? I hope so.
Yes.
Yes.
I think you'll see a lot more U.S. Open Cup.
Nah,
We'll
he's
see.
because I'm pretty sure that we're gonna lose all 3 players for Gold Cup.
I think Joe Benny leaves too. I have a feeling. What's his face was at the game on
Yep.
Saturday.
We'll
And
see.
at the quality that he's playing right now, bro. I mean, who else in that midfield for the U.S.? I can't. Off
McKinney.
topic.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
give a
off top.
fuck,
Yeah,
but
because
he's
I'm going to go
gone.
into yeah. Let's not
But
go
he's
into.
going.
So, question for you guys: you guys didn't see anything at all from? I know it's like 5 minutes. But you guys didn't see, or 3 minutes, whatever it was. You guys didn't see anything at all from Juninho in 3 minutes.
No.
I think he showed the intensity that we were lacking. I think he tried to do something which
Yeah.
the other players weren't doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's about it though. He didn't have enough time, but in the little time he showed, what do you call that shit? He showed
Urgency.
yes, that.
Ooh.
There was a quick second where it looked like he was about to take a shot off. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, here goes
Yeah.
Juninho.
He
was on the
didn't.
left-
No, he
he was on
I was
didn't.
the
like,
left-hand
No.
side.
I was
He
hoping
was.
he did too.
The ref blew the whistle.
yeah,
Game ended. That fool
yeah,
had
and
the
that
ball
guaranteed that was gonna be a goal. Morelia
Hating
fuck
ass
all over
ref.
again. Yeah, hating ass ref. He must be a Morelia fan. That's why.
Junior came in the 89th minute. I mean, it's kind of hard to do anything with that.
Nah,
All
but he
right.
All right,
did-
come on, George.
Ronaldinho 10. Should GBS look at starting Pontius since Strini hasn't scored?
No,
No, I don't
Fucking
think so.
A, man.
Strini in.
Drini in.
All right. Damn. We have 4 questions from Rodrigo, 1513. Do you guys think the way that Zlatan reacts with the team affects the team chemistry? I
No.
think
No.
I think it pushes them and it helps makes them
Nope.
better.
Yep. 100%.
So,
A la,
Yeah,
a la,
that-
a la
there you
Robbie
go.
King. A la
Yeah.
Robbie King, you know what I mean?
If that shit affects you, get the fuck out of this team because
Yeah.
we want professionals. We want motherfuckers that can handle criticism.
Yeah.
that's what
Look
makes
at
him
Yeah.
look at Daniel Steres with Angel. Handle
Hell
the
yeah.
criticism, and now look at the man that he became.
Yeah.
All
Oh
right,
man. Cooperacha for Daniel Steres jersey.
can,
For the
can
cam
Polenta-
first, and then
Can Polenta play as a CM and move Leggett to replace Antuna so Steres and GC can play CB?
I think he means CDM.
GC
Really.
can Polenta play as center mid? Yeah, CDM. Yeah, and move
It
Leggett.
has to be CDM because he can't. I don't think
No.
he could do CM at all. But CDM. I mean,
Man, don't even like I don't,
probably, but
It's not even
why?
about that.
yeah, man. Like we don't want to fucking
I
start
know everybody's on
inventing shit.
Steres nuts right now, but he's gonna get benched, bro. Just accept that shit. He's
Listen,
not a better
listen,
defender than Giancarlo Gonzalez.
to be
It's
straight
that
up,
simple.
Yeah.
to be straight up
Yeah.
though, you know, I don't think it's gonna happen. I would love for it to be based on merit. Right now, I think we all agree Steres deserves a starting role.
Yeah,
Right?
he does. I agree with you 100%. But
I would love to
who,
see-
who
yeah.
wanted him.
Yeah, no. Listen, what again? I 100% get that. I would love to see it to be based on merit. So like, lose a spot in practice and on the field, right? Like he's fucking up,
will.
you know. But we'll see. Listen, I'm looking
You know
forward
what?
to see.
Even if he does, I still don't think he's gonna end up getting traded because I think he's shown that he's been playing well. Right, that's evident. Some of us like me think that he's been the best defender so far. At the rate, and I'm crossing my fingers here. If he keeps playing well and stays like this, and even if he gets benched, we see Romney leave. We see Araujo stay with the team here for the future. Or maybe we can keep Rodney for that left back role. Steres could be our captain for the future.
Yeah. Listen. I see where you're coming from, and I get it because we're Galaxy fans. Business wise, though, a move probably makes sense.
But team death wise, doesn't make sense because we're gonna lose Giancarlo to Gold Cup, and who's gonna play there? Daniel Steres.
Listen, our window doesn't close until after the Gold Cup finishes, right? So doesn't mean that he doesn't leave after that. Speculating as fuck. But
All right, Jonah has been
Miss-
playing
Go ahead.
outstanding. Jonah has been playing outstanding. Why hasn't he made the team of the week?
Because his
He's a
numbers
CDM.
are not there.
He's a CDM.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? CDM.
I think those
He's-
numbers go overlooked. They play a vital role, but I think they look for CDMs that get a crazy goal here and there that is really unheard of. But
Think of it like MLS fantasy sport
Yeah,
or fantasy sports in
exactly,
general. That's what
exactly.
MLS team of the week is. They do it based on stats that stand out. Hence why Shelvik did get the defense in that defense of the 11 of the week.
And Masa,
All right.
read the screen real quick.
Nah.
all right,
don't tell me that.
E310. Are we too reliant on Zlatan?
Yes,
Yes,
100%.
and we should be because he's putting up numbers.
He's
There you
Zlatan.
go.
He's
And he's
Zlatan.
Zlatan.
Listen, so I have this conversation with Jesse every fucking week, right? Where I tell him the Galaxy could play better without Zlatan, right? And I'm not saying like Zlatan not here. I'm saying like we have another
What the
striker,
fuck?
another striker that's DP level, right? I say we could play better. I think our game will play better, higher.
Yeah, see that?
All
No,
right,
you
keep
bring
going.
him back
Keep
on.
going,
All
Rudy.
right, so
Keep
so
going. Keep
I,
going.
we have the argument where I say like we have a different DP striker, we play better. Like we play better, it just looks better. But with Zlatan here, we'll play the Zlatan ball and we could get the results. So yeah, we rely on Zlatan as we should be.
I agree. Uh, LA Galaxy II News. Do you think Chris Pontius is our main super sub?
LA Galaxy 2.
No, I think.
Oh, LA Galaxy 2 News.
Oh, for Chris Pines, LA Galaxy 2?
No, LA
That's-
Galaxy.
No,
LA,
no, no, no. That was their IG
the
handle.
handle.
Oh, our super sub, nah, or else he would have played last game. I think our main sub is Emma Boateng. That's our super sub right now.
think so,
Tactics. You know what I mean? But that's a
think
very
it's-
reliable sub, though.
Oh, I love Chris Pontius, dog.
Same.
I'll cop his jersey.
All right, what else we got? What else we got?
All right, we got. Now we're going to Twitter. There was a. Do you guys want me to talk about the conversation that was had?
With Seller?
No, Chris Seller.
Yeah.
Well, we covered it already.
Well, it was more than Chris Seller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was about like four. All right, so let me read through the thing. So we shout out everyone that we asked for questions, and then there was a thing that said from Chris Feller. Let's see. All right. All right.
By the way,
What up? Yeah, go.
No, go for it.
No, go for it. No, keep going. I don't want to cut you off.
I just want to say I really don't want to fight Chris Seller because he looks like he beat me up. Pretty big.
No, I wanted to meet him too. I fucked up. I was turned though.
Oh yeah, he was looking for you. Yeah, for sure.
I was turned.
Yeah.
Yo, let's fucking go.
What's going on, Masa? Why are you excited for it?
Clippers one, I'm sure.
Nah, let's fucking go. 5 seconds left. Clippers up by 3.
All right, Chris Seller, at Straight from the Stands. What are your thoughts on Romain Alessandrini in the last game? I keep seeing people on the timeline saying he had a good game. Angels my witness. Hashtag Drini out. Came out of my mouth more than an applause. What are your thoughts? Okay. Jose responded, still feel that he's eating a DP spot. Chris Seller, same. I think he's gone in the summer. Straight from the Stands. It was not me that said C.
Who's that? That was
Angel?
you?
Me, I said see to the response of acknowledging his question that we'll bring it up. Like
okay.
yes, well, like because
Oh.
he asked if we're recording.
All right.
I said
And
C.
then,
We are.
Garrett, Alphabet 1919, hashtag Drini out. John Vasquez, hashtag Drini out. So
Damn.
it looks like
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't get that shit, dog. Something. Hey, now you want to flip over your head? Sorry.
Nah, I had it on the whole time, bro. Come on.
I don't get that shit. I don't get
Never
this
fake the
fucking.
funk.
I don't get this fucking ultra criticism. I fucking watch the fucking game. Just watch the fucking game.
listen,
Real
Chris Seller,
quick.
Chris Seller, I'm usually on that, but I think
I mean, you're the
Drini had-
originator. You're the originator of the hashtag Drini out.
but I was the originator, and then let's talk the shit the truth. At the end, you're like, oh yeah, I think this guy should leave, especially after everything that he was doing. There was a point where you guys were like, damn, you smart as fuck. You right.
Never.
Okay.
That
But
Drini ever.
but this season, at this point right now, give the man, let him keep playing. Hopefully, he gets his goal, and then we see that. I think we're trying to see the Drini that led a team full of nobodies, and right now, I think our expectations aren't realistic to what it should be. Our expectations should be him being a valuable asset to our team, that defenders are not just going to be like, oh, it's just him, and kind of if we want 2 defenders on him, if that's his role as a DP, that's cool, because then that frees up Zlatan, Leggett, and everyone else around him. But my frustration, if he continues and does that, he's playing his role, cool, whatever, DP until we find someone else valuable in the market that GBS wants to go get, which I'm sure will come. Fuck you, Madam Serrano. But
Madison has it.
Hashtag George out.
All of a
Yeah.
sudden, George out.
no, but ultimately,
Yeah, wrap it up.
fix your frustration. Stop getting mad at yourself. That's when you play the worst. When you're in your own head, and we get it, you're in your own head because you want to keep, you want to play, your capabilities, but then that's when you play the worst.
I agree with you said that when he seems to get frustrated is when he seems to be bad. But Chris, look, I know I've been saying that I'm gonna pop you on stuff. First of all, I don't know if I can reach you, but to see the game, watch it again. Like I would
Yeah.
encourage you to watch the games again and make an emphasis to see Alessandrini and his attempts, his crosses. This game, especially in that second half, this is gonna be one of my hot takes in terms of everyone was criticizing the team of how good they played in the first, right, and how bad they played in the second. But I honestly think that Alessandrini was okay in the first and better in the second. There was a couple times where this time he actually did take the player one on one, from that right hand side where he made it seem like he was going to cut to left, but instead he cut back to the right and he gave good crosses, low crosses with his right foot, which is what ideally we would want him to do if he's not
Like
going
I
to cut
said.
in and shoot, right?
Yeah.
So I'm surprised that Chris, given that this happened on your side where you sit, because you pointed me out where you sit, this is the exact area right, it happened right in front of your face. So the fact that you missed that is why I'm telling you, maybe you should go see the games again and watch it again and make an emphasis to watch Alessandrini again. And it's like what I did. I went back and I saw Leged, and this is why I was very critical about Leged last game because I saw it back multiple times just to reassure what I was saying. And shit, Zlatan pointed it out. So listen, I'm not saying Zlatan listens straight from the stands, but he listens straight from the stands. So
Hey,
check it out.
all
No,
right.
see, watch
Just
the games
real
again.
quick before we move on, did you guys see Guignac's message to Alessandrini on IG?
No,
It says,
What
"Come to
did
Mexico."
Yo, fuck.
like that's a win-win for me. So
Take him.
I'll take it. Yeah, take him. That's fine.
Come to Mexico, and then he comes, and then Gignac
That
comes
would
to
just put like
LA.
laughing out loud faces emoji
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
under
I don't
that
like
shit.
that at
Yeah.
all, dog. It has to be. It has to be
Hey,
some
fuck
rule, right?
Guignac.
There, you can't. No, you have to be some rules. What the fuck?
All right, Angel. This was last week's question from Charlie Arevalo, but
Hey, the
I
homie.
yep. All right, let's
Oh
see how much of
yeah.
a homie he is. This
And
this
he said,
question's for you.
depending on the question, he might owe me $20 after this.
Would you take Wando as a backup to Zlatan?
What the
Fuck
fuck?
no!
What the fuck?
The homie.
Hey, you owe him $20. Though. He owes you
You owe
$20.
me
Though.
$20 for that. You know what? I'm gonna charge you interest for each day that goes by just for asking that question.
Curacao interest.
Yeah. So right now you owe me $35.
45.7 APR. Got you.
Yeah.
Dog. Yo, no, fuck no,
What?
fuck no, fuck no,
Yep.
fuck no,
I
fuck
have a
no,
screenshot here, so you don't believe.
fuck
I
no.
didn't
Send
make
that to
that
me.
shit up.
Send
Yeah.
that to me. I'm about to. Yeah, send that to me right quick.
Listen, Angel still hates Bingham.
Yeah, shit. Imagine.
Wando? Fuck no.
Ha! Uh, can you imagine? I
Nope.
can't.
Nope. I think he'll retire before that happens.
Yeah, I don't think he'll come, even if we wanted that fool here. That fool would be like, nah.
All right. Anything else, George? What do we have?
That's it.
That's
That's it. Yep.
All right, man. Who? Yep. Listen, contemplating that, madam.
Who was that blocked?
Yeah, man.
Damn.
Contemplating that.
Look,
Charlie's
I can't
cool.
confirm
Charlie's
or
cool, but
I
he's
can't
wilding.
confirm or
No,
deny that his name is Charlie Arevalo on
Angel,
Twitter.
and this
I
was the
can't
man
confirm
that
or
you were
deny.
giving shit. You were giving me shit that I didn't answer his question. That I didn't say his question last week.
Yeah, damn, you're right.
You
You
should
know
have kept
what,
it that way,
George?
though.
You're
You
right.
should have kept it that way.
You know what? Drini out. George is right. Hey, George's always been right.
Yep.
I've been wrong. I apologize, friend.
Yep.
All right, yo.
Galaxy World Order. Jorge Smart. I like that. Put that up, Rudy. Why don't you put?
yeah,
Why don't you put that up?
I got you.
Damn.
Hey, Angel, hit me up with some ACB plugs. What do we got for
Oh
ACB?
yeah, because we're the official, unofficial, but really official ACB podcast. So first thing, this is Friday. If you guys weren't aware or not, I'm sure you are. We have a game against Houston. Yay! Damn, you guys don't sound excited for shit.
Yeah. Woo!
We're about
No,
3 more
hey, low
points,
key,
baby.
Nah,
Damn.
I hope Jesse don't come to this game. Jesse's been to the last 3 Houston LA Galaxy games, home and away. We've lost all of them.
Jesse, stay your ass home. You know what? I heard you got that late shift at work, so go work. Nah, but serious shit. So Thursday we play. So just so people are aware, kickoff is at 8. I know they've seen in some places that it's 7:30, but no, it's at 8. It was gonna be 7:30 before, but they pushed it back. Start time is 8 p.m. If you can make it early to the tailgate, go for it. I mean, I get it. Friday nights. But we're gonna have pizza and beer. If you make it out, free pizza, free beer again. Ticket link goes down Thursday morning. So I imagine 11:59. And then after that, you basically have to hit the socials or hit up your your respective ticket rep and get your ticket. San Jose away. For those asking, it is open to everyone now. Everyone. So $60 for ACB members, 70 for non-members. That's both buses are now available. There's it's actually about 100 turnaround seats, so two buses, and about 50 next day, so one next day bus. So those are all available. Head over to angelcitybrigade.net and head over to the shop section. The link's already up there for you guys to get your seats in the bus. They will sell out, so get them now. Later, when I hear people complaining, oh, there need more seats, I need more seats. No, because there's gonna be no more seats. That's
Remind us when that trip is.
It's June 29. June 29. 22nd is Chris's wedding, so that's how I remember that. It's a week after that. But yeah, so June 29, San Jose
June
away.
22nd is Chris's wedding?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so June 29, San Jose away. Just so you guys are aware, it's gonna be at Stanford Stadium because this is their biggest game of the year. It's the only way that they sell tickets, so they always make it at Stanford Stadium. Do what you guys can, man. Push your friends. Sell these buses out right now, and then let's talk about carpools and getting smaller buses. I mean, or smaller vans. Let's do this shit like last time. We had over 300 plus last time. That shit was cracking. Physically 300.
Do you remember?
That's what I said. Physically 300. How many of them were there consciously? I have no idea. Look, even Chris Eller was somewhere around the perimeter, but
maybe.
Yeah, well,
depending on what time it was.
And in terms of your tickets, get them directly from the front office. So if you know you're going, for sure, go to LAGalaxy.com/LAX. Get your ticket from there. And then
hold on,
just so you guys
backtrack a little bit. Bruno wants to know what time Togi start on Friday. Do you know?
I'm gonna try to be there like at 5.
Okay. So
expect music
after
to be
5?
there at least around 5. But it's problem is, I mean, I'm sure that they'll open the tailgate area. I'm sure some people are gonna be there as early as like 2 p.m. So just start making your way as soon as you can. I mean, it's hard to say on a Friday night. Weekday games in general are usually like that, because people leaving work and shit. But just assume 3 hours before. Expect people to already be there at least.
Oh, here's the ACB update real quick. ACB member tickets are accidentally priced at $50 right now.
Like this instant, like this very exact moment.
If you're listening, if you're not on YouTube,
nor deny that'll be the price for the next few days.
If you're not on YouTube, you might not even want to actually go check, but there might not be $50 anymore.
Do you guys confirm or deny if they're ACB members when buying them?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have. Yeah, and if trust me, there's this guy that he goes by Antonio. That he's an ACB leadership. Hate that guy. He stays censoring people. But
he's the one that made this the official podcast.
Shout out Antonio. You know what? Shout out to him. Yeah, he's the one that made this the official ACB podcast. So he's the one that goes through everyone. If he doesn't see your name on that member list, you get
nada.
And he sends you an email, a very nice email too, basically telling you fuck off. And no, it's not like that. He's a nice guy. I wish I would like him, but I'm not.
All right.
So last thing, just so you guys are aware, because the next away game coming up, the first weekend of May, which is already around the corner, 2-3 weeks from now. New York Rebels away. As of right now, there are over 150. I might actually at this point might even be closer to 200 people making the trip out to New York. That also probably includes locals, I'm sure, because I know last time we went there was like 10, 15 locals that were there. So I imagine some of them are going to be there. So as of right now, over 150 headed to New York. So if you guys still can, hop on it, get your flights. Unless you want to start a road trip, start driving now. Make it out there, make it happen. Away games are the best. Plus, with the roof that we're gonna have there, ooh! If you guys think Dallas away was popping, Imagínate.
Hey, be careful for Kaku kicking the ball though. We're about to get cracked.
Nah, he doesn't reach that far up.
And he's gonna be suspended. So.
All right. Anything else?
Angel.
ACB memberships, because people were asking. I know. Oh, Siri, shut up. Yeah, I don't know how Siri reacted to that. ACB membership, so we are going to put in requests for more merch and shit like that, so there will be more memberships available at some point this year. Most likely might be in the summer, but straight up, you guys are asked out of that LAFC shit that we had talked about. So next time, get your membership ahead of time. We're talking about 350 memberships that sold out.
That's dope. That's dope as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to all you guys, but get your shit faster next time.
Rob wants us to give a shout out to that the new chant, which is fire. Feliz.
No, I'm
Feliz.
not.
You know what
Not.
we'll do?
Aaron.
We'll retweet that
Is there a
video
video?
going around. Yeah, there's a video. We'll retweet it from our
Yeah.
account. That's just
Oh, the new one?
yeah, the new one.
Oh, is it out already?
I think so.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
retweet it.
Oh,
Shout out
Rob
to
is a
Tony
niño futbolista?
Shout out to Tony for getting that shit.
Oh.
Yeah. All right.
But no, fuck that chant because it got my friend banned and made him do stupid things in the stands.
Chill.
Free be nasty. He didn't do it. I swear it wasn't him. That's not him. They photoshopped him.
I pushed him.
All right. Yeah, man. So, listen, if you enjoy the podcast, please make sure to share it, retweet it, hugs up, get people to listen to us. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't hit it so far. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, everywhere else. With that being said, it's your boy Rudy at I'm Smarts on Twitter. I'm Smarts on the gram.
Jay in the 57.
At Live F.
Hey, look, Triple H was with me.
Oh, hell yeah, that's tight. And this week, just so you guys are aware, I'm be nasty.
We're all be nasty.
We're all be
We're all
nasty.
be nasty.
Free be nasty.
Free be
I am
nasty.
be nasty.
Hashtag free be nasty.
Hashtag I am be nasty.
I am be nasty. Hashtag. Me siento muy contento. Me siento muy feliz.
All right, sign off. Sign off, Masa.
Yeah, please live it at 96.
Peace, love, and G's up. Golden State Blue a 31-point lead to the Clippers.
All right, goodbye.
Yeah, fuck
Hey,
that.
shout out
edit
to the chat, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.
Are you guys on
I am on
Pornhub?
Pornhub. Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Search.
My name, I can't confirm it or not, but I am Johnny Sins.